Hello everybody, this is Craig from 9 Games. Today I'm going to do a review for Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. One of you guys recommended me to play this a while back, and I said I'll get there. I'll get there. And then I bought it, and then I didn't get there, and I didn't get there. I just beat this last night, actually, finally. Let me give you a little rundown what's happened, and this might be some people's problems with backlog here. I started to get unhappy with the real good games that were coming out with PlayStation Plus, because not because they were terrible choices, but because I already own them. If they're really great games, chances are I already own them. So I felt like, yeah, I don't play games online as much, so really I'm keeping the PlayStation Plus for the 2 free games, and then the occasional go online and spank somebody or get spanked, whatever. I don't play games like Destiny and stuff. I save all my big online stuff mainly for Xbox, just because that's what I'm used to, except for Mortal Kombat. But so I didn't shut off my PlayStation Plus, but I let it run out. It just ran out this month, like 10 days ago. And I beat 6 games since then. I mean, for me, that's phenomenal because I don't get as much time as I used to. I beat 6 games. Because I'm not constantly going in starting a new game that comes out when PlayStation Plus drops 2 games, and then Xbox is dropping 2 games a month. So I went back to all these games that were backlogged. I started beating them, and Donkey Kong Country Returns was the one that I most recently beat, but it's the one that I started with. I've beaten Donkey Kong Country Returns. I've beaten Until Dawn. I've beaten. I went back and I went as far back to beat a Kirby game, a classic Kirby game. So There's a lot of games that I've beaten and I'm going to do reviews for and I'm rolling out. And this one, I did enjoy. I would love to show you footage of me playing it, but Nintendo's kind of pricks when it comes to that. As you may have seen in past videos on here with Nintendo stuff. But if you play Donkey Kong Country, you know what to expect. If you play Donkey Kong Country Returns on the Wii, you really know what to expect because it's the same game. Except that this one, I believe the difficulty slider is fucking all the way to 10. I've got so frustrated playing this fucking game that I debated smashing my fucking my Wii U gamepad. I was so pissed. I was ready to crack that shit in half on certain levels. And then all of a sudden you play a level and you breeze through it. It's no problem. Minecart levels used to be the bane of Donkey Kong Country. It's no longer. The barrel rocket levels are now the pain in the ass ones. You pretty much have to maintain your barrel at certain speeds and heights to avoid obstacles. It's a fucking pain in the ass. I'll take a minecart level over that, which there are minecart levels in here, and that's not to say they're not a pain in the ass. The only problem is I enjoyed like the first 4 worlds. Now there's 6 worlds in this. There's a 7th world that's actually secret. You need to get all the Kong letters in every level. So my problem is not that. I actually enjoy games where you have to go through and you have to collect things. If you're one of those people that gets the most out of a level by collecting everything that you can, and I'm very adamant about that in Donkey Kong games, I refuse to move on to the next level until I'm 100% sure I gave all my effort to collect everything in that level. My problem is, like, worlds 1 through 4 I thought were great. The boss battles throughout the entire game were, I think, fantastic for a side-scrolling platforming game. My issue lied in, especially when you got to the last world, it kind of felt like they made the game difficult just to be difficult to draw it out, if that makes sense. Because it's got less, content-wise, it has less worlds than Donkey Kong Country Returns, which is the previous game, so you should have more in this one, you would think. But the levels are actually longer. There's more in it, but it's actually not more in it. It just feels like the game is longer, and it's because it's so difficult. Now, I guess there's nothing wrong with that. I don't know. I don't know how to complain about this properly. Because, like I said, like it's difficult, but it's not so difficult that you can't beat it. I beat the game. It's not unbeatable. It's difficult because Donkey Kong Country, if you truly want to master any Donkey Kong Country, they're a hard series. It's a hard series. It's looks like a kid game. It's actually made for adults. Actually, I think that Donkey Kong Country grew up with us because I definitely feel like I a lot better gamer now than when I was a kid. When regular Donkey Kong Country came out on Super Nintendo, it was hard when I was a kid. Now I can go back and I can fucking breeze through it and collect everything in Donkey Kong Country, and it's not an issue. I even go back and I play the tournament cartridge, and it's still not an issue. This game was so fucking hard. I'm not even joking. I woke my son up one night because I was so fucking loud with the irritated, screaming at fucking everything, swearing. I was swearing at a cute little GameCube. I mean, a cute little Nintendo Wii U tablet. I was screaming at it. I was like, "Oh, you fucking cunt!" Like I was angry. I was using the C word. My wife is sitting next to me, laughing at me the whole time because of how angry I was at this. Now, graphically, it looks the same as. It's just like graphically, aesthetically, everything. It is Donkey Kong Country Returns. If you really like Donkey Kong Country Returns, this is the same game. It's just I feel like it's a whole hell of a lot harder, and I feel like they only made it more difficult to fill in the lack of content or make it feel longer when in actuality it's not longer. However, when you look at the game, you'll see that they put in just as much effort. So, I mean, I don't give a score, but what I'm trying to tell you is like a 7 out of 10 here. I don't give numbers, but if I'm going to give this game a number, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. I'd give it a C, and there's nothing wrong with C, all right? C is good. It's like a 70 on Metacritic. Just because some DBs didn't like it, and then majority of other people liked it, you know, a lot of my good games fall in there. It's a good game. It's a fantastic game. The fact that this is a $20 game now, even better. You should have this if you have a Wii U. Everyone who told me to pick this up, I'm sorry, it took me 6 minutes and 47 seconds to get here and tell you this. If you have a Wii U, you should own this game. It is fantastic. Everyone who told me that I should own it, you were 100% correct, except I was on my way to get it anyways because I played every Donkey Kong. I enjoy Donkey Kong, especially Donkey Kong Country. I enjoy Donkey Kong Country. It's definitely... When I say that it's a 7 out of 10, I'm not saying it's a 7 out of 10 out of the whole side-scrolling genre. I'm saying it's a 7 out of 10 for Donkey Kong Country, if that makes sense to you. There are better Donkey Kong Countries, but this game is still a top-shelf example of what a side-scrolling platforming puzzle adventure fucking game should be. So, regular games, 10 out of 10. Donkey Kong Country Standard, 7 out of 10. Good fucking game. Not the best Donkey Kong game. Thank you guys for watching.